Hey cyber family, so you guys want to absolutely know what burns my biscuits to no end? When people think that they can parent your child better than you parent your child. Ma'am or sir, move all the way around, because if you could parent my child better than I can parent my child, then maybe my child will be with you. But specifically speaking about parents that are not foster parents, and I don't think that people understand that foster parents are of a different caliber, okay? And like I said, not because we have to be, or not because we feel like we're a better breed of parent, but because we've been trained to be a specific type of parent for these children. The word fostering literally means to promote and encourage development. That's what the word foster means. So, of course, you want to come right here and get in my video?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? See what I'm saying? It takes a different breed. It takes a different breed of parent. And when you are a foster parent, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to work on promoting and encouraging your foster children. So if they come in with food insecurities, mental health disorders, if they come in with behavioral concerns, mental, physical, emotional abuse, neglect, medical neglect, if their parents have passed away, if their parents are incarcerated, if they come in as juvenile delinquents, all of these things we are trained to be able to handle the child. So when a non-foster parent tell us, oh, if that child was my kid, I would, well, it's not your kid. It's not your kid. And just because we adopt the child, that does not negate the childhood trauma that the child has underwent or undergone. They still have that trauma. Just because the adoption take place does not mean that they are somehow magically over the trauma that they may have experienced at the beginning of their life. Luckily, they are in a place now where they can heal, but it don't happen overnight. So I'm going to use the same tools that I was taught as a foster parent, and I'm going to take that over into parenting when I become an adoptive parent, because it still works for my child whose mindset is still trauma. It's still focused on the trauma that they experienced. No, I'm not going to spank my child, holler at my child. I need you to practice a little bit more self-control as the adult than that. So it just makes zero sense for people to try to tell people how they should parent their children. It makes zero sense to me. And I'm an entire therapist. Yes, I'm licensed out here in these streets in several states. Okay, I mean, now if you can come with yes, go ahead, sit down. If you can come with certifications in EMDR, licensed clinical mental health counselor, LCAS, licensed clinical addiction specialist, NCC, and on the board of NADA, if you can come with all these credentials. And not saying that I don't want to learn anything as a parent, but you can't tell me how to parent my children if you've never been a foster parent. Mommy, I'm not taking any tips from you. Oh, I'm so glad your child did well when you raised them in the 1970s. Whoa, wonderful. I'm so ecstatic that you were able to raise your children who's never been in foster care, who's never had any type of food insecurities to worry about where their next meal is coming from, who didn't have to pack their bags in one fell swoop the same day that some people that they did not know show up, one garbage bag full of their belongings, don't know if they're going to ever see their siblings or parents again, and whisked off to some stranger's house. So thank you for telling me that your biological children who you raised from birth made it because you spanked them, or made it because you when you told them to sit down and be quiet, they did that. Okay, well, my child is not your child. They don't require the same things, but I appreciate you just the same. But I would appreciate you even more if you just set this one out. Mom, if you just set this one out, I would appreciate it even more. Mom, okay, all right, thank you. Have a good and blessed one.